Hey everyone, it's me, Empress Arcana, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Hi guys. Yes, I did say I was never, well, I did say that I most likely would not do another one of these Twin Flame updates. I feel that it today specifically called to me to do an update of how I've been doing in regards to this journey, which I feel has been plaguing my mind, and I can't even. It's a lot, but I have learned a lot, and I want to share that with you guys. I do apologize that my voice is a bit compromised. Could be my throat chakra. I know I did my meditations early in the morning, and I did all sorts of light work. I've been doing a lot of that because I am in I'm in an environment. That's all. But I feel that it is important to continue my practices and go from there. And I'm actually a little bit frightened to talk about the things I want to talk about because I'm going to be so brutally honest. I always try to be honest, but brutally honest, I don't know. Because it's just making me look a kind of way. But hopefully in this process, I can understand myself better and maybe help someone else along the way. So by looking a fool, maybe someone else can understand or see that and say, hey, it's okay. I've been there, done that, or whatever, what have you, if you are also on a twin flame journey, if that even applies. I honestly, this whole time, with everything that I have felt that I've experienced, I wish that I wasn't on what I feel is a twin flame journey. And I've been teetering back and forth on, am I on one? Am I not? Was this experience just me being foolish? And I think back, I've never been this willing to open my heart to anyone. So I do feel that this was divinely guided in some way. Because even though I had past experiences with people and feelings for others, it was never to the extent of what I consider this to be as a twin flame. And I am trying to analyze and understand and stay in a neutralized state so that I can actually be of use to myself. And I've had to cut off a lot of things, and I will discuss them, whether it be vaguely or whatnot, about my journey here, because I feel it's important to talk about, especially for myself, because if I can prove to myself that I can record this, that shows me that I've grown as a person, that I can surpass the fear of talking about it, which I was terrified because I underwent a lot of things, and it's on a personal level, I underwent a lot of things that felt like psychosis. And also, if I stop the audio abruptly and then continue, it's just because there's an interruption or whatnot. I mean, that's a given, right? Just letting you guys know in beforehand. And I remember mentioning on an Empress Talks about Kundalini psychosis. I didn't dive too deep, or no, it was not an Empress Talks. It was another video, but I talked about that because I did not know that Kundalini psychosis was a thing, and it is. I have not gone deeper into that because I feel my Kundalini rising every time I'm in a heightened state, and I've learned to control it more, which is very, very cool. For the longest time, I felt, I will get into the other bits here because I do have a page with random notes so I can at least reference it. For my Kundalini, which I could do another video on that with the series I've been wanting to do. Let's get spiritual. I've been wanting to do that and talk about other things because I have a lot of experience in the spiritual. And I'm not going to shy away from it anymore when I talk about it, because my spirituality involves a lot of sexual energy and my practice. So I implement these things, and that is part of the Kundalini awakening, but I never fully awakened my Kundalini onto what I feel to be that I was activated as a twin flame officially, because I do believe I had a false twin flame, but there's just so many titles. I don't want to go into that if it's not going to be helpful to this discussion. So, and I, I feel that with my Kundalini rising, I've there's a part of me, and I've mentioned this briefly before, that I feel that I'm meant to work in my line of work is meant to be taboo, because that's my eighth house of Taurus, and uh-huh. That's the house of sex, intimacy as well. I feel like I am meant to work in these kinds of things. I already work in the occult. I work through spiritual healing and whatnot. My ninth house is so lit up with everything in Gemini. And I feel through this process, there's so many things activated in my chart about my career right now. And I find it to be wonderful. But I also have my seventh house sector lit up as well with my North Node, my destiny, about relationships and partnerships. And I will go into that as well. I feel, in short, I feel on a personal level that this twin flame journey has been meant to awaken my self-love journey and to come home back to self. And it was very hard to come to this conclusion, because I wanted to be with my twins so bad. But it was getting me to the point of I was going crazy, where I never learned to regulate my emotions for time and place 100%. I could do it, but I never knew that I had to do it to the extent of what I feel when it comes to my twin flame journey. I've never felt this intensity before. Mind you, they say that Scorpio moons is the most intense of the moon signs, because it's as fall in Scorpio. The moon does not like to be in Scorpio. The moon likes to be in Cancer. Scorpio is dark, murky, and it's kind of sucky, but also, to look on the bright side of that, it is a very transformative, beautiful experience. I've heard, or rather I read, and I need to read more of that book, that I have a Hades moon, which means a conjunction with Pluto and my moon. And ironically, it's in Scorpio. So, but putting that aside, I've been learning a lot about myself, having to regulate certain things, doing it. I'm very proud of myself. I had to stop. I couldn't even listen to my twin. I can't hear his voice for anything. It breaks me. I can't do it. I can't. Right now, I'm still healing, and I've come a long way. That's why, personally, I have not done many personal updates, because I know I can come off. It's really hard to know when it's the right time to talk about personal experiences or not. It's a matter of choice, of course. And I always want to be a form of a source of information for everyone, if that is what you seek. And excuse me. So, in the last handful of months, honestly, it's been quite a strong time for me, where I had to live through my biggest fears that I didn't know I had. on the positive of this twin flame journey, it is giving me the opportunity to uproot everything I need to uproot for my personal growth and healing. Things of childhood and shadow work that I would have never touched if those parts of me were never touched. That is why I feel so confused, because I felt that connection. But I am also questioning if everything that I heard was just how do I word that? Honestly, I felt that for a time, and I still have that, and I'm still healing that. I felt that I was used for my words, that that's all I was, a source of words or content or something, and not something genuine. Nanako. It is a very hard thing to talk about because I don't like to talk about these things. I don't like to, I'm not, these are just my feelings. And I feel that this whole journey, I felt a certain way. And then when the veil lifts, everything gets turned around, like upside down, you know? And I'm like, wow. So what I thought isn't it. And it's hard because it goes also back to your subconscious and what you have programmed. And that's why when I mention about the healing and the uprooting of childhood wounds and so forth, which I know I have a lot coming up, I have not, like, I wanted to say it in Spanish, yo no, I can't even, yo no he ocultado eso. I haven't like hidden that. That is not hidden. It is my truth. I know I've been having a lot of childhood things come through, things I never knew. The trauma with my mother and father, never in my life did I did not know I was that affected. My mom at 10 years old told me, I thought that they were married and all that, and at 10 years old my mom goes, I'm telling you before your half sister that broke the windows when you were 5 and your freaking like the office or whatever, and I had to hide in the bathroom. That whole freaking drama thing. I remember she was gonna find me and tell me myself to me tell me herself, excuse me, that my parents were never married and my mom was with a married man. So, excuse me, all these things. And that's me. That's my personal journey that I need to heal. And yeah. And this journey has also been teaching me about my value and self-worth. Putting myself first, putting up boundaries. I never put boundaries with people. I always gave, gave, gave. And in this experience, I lived things that are showing up to seem like, oh my God, did I fall in love with my father? Oh my God, no. And all these things that are coming through. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. So it's a matter of understanding myself better. And yeah. Give me a moment, guys. I'm going to look at my notes so I won't be like making you wait. Give me a sec. The things I've talked about are most of the things I already had on my notes and I didn't even look at my paper. I want to go back to talking about my journey and what I've learned. I want to celebrate this Virgo season because that's my 12th house. And that is, I feel like something is brewing for myself. I had a really cool experience. I don't know if I should talk about it here or in another audio, but I had a very cool experience last night. I'll get into that. But back to this twin flame journey. I still feel, you know how everyone makes fun of, oh, angel numbers. Oh, like the lyrics speak to me. It's my person, this and that. I know that we can all make fun of that, but I experience that all the time and it's really annoying. And, but I've been learning so much about my spiritual practice and how powerful I really am that I've been downplaying myself. And I can't do that anymore. I have done that all my life. I've dimmed my light because I always wanted to make other people feel special. But what about me, you know? It's about me too, right? It's about a balance in that. So I won't lie to you guys. It has not been easy. Crying most nights when I can't calm myself down, which is another thing. I don't want to record like that anymore. I am stronger than that. And this is not saying that crying is bad, but I was just losing myself because I felt that I abandoned myself in this process. And the hardest part of this journey has been to accept that what I was shown, what was projected back to me, is what I was doing to myself. I abandoned myself to love another person, whether reciprocated or not. And that is not fair to me. I was doing a disservice to me, to me. I can't do that to myself. I am power and divinity, and I have so much to offer the world. I thought about this. A lot of people that I've been interested in the past, when I start talking about my passions, they get kind of turned off. Again, this is just a pattern from my past. And a lot of people have run away from me because my dreams are too big, that I want to do some really big stuff, because I feel that my calling is to do something really amazing to help the planet, to help the world through the healing process, through everything. And that is why I'm being leveled up to the extent I am. And the reason why I go above and beyond, to talk about my own journey, to help others, because there's so many people suffering from similar symptoms and things, ascension symptoms, Kundalini awakenings. And I have not been able to find books that, or people, I haven't found a source for myself. I did find someone that I would like to book a session with, because I don't feel I have anyone to talk about this twin flame journey with properly. Like I talk about it on this, but it's not the same thing as someone talking back, which is why I wanted communication with my twins so bad, because there was this feeling like, man, are they feeling it too? Is it just me? Am I the crazy one? It's crazy how far I've come that I can even joke about this. This is how I know I've grown. I want to show compassion. I want to always be compassionate. Despite the things, I still stand. We're all innocent in our core. We when people hurt others, sometimes it's not with the intention of doing so, and that happens more so than purposely hurting someone, in my opinion. That's just my observation. And when we're unhealed, when we're hurt, we immediately have that pop up, and then we react. And I've been learning about that for myself, and that's why I said, oh, I'm going through all this uprooting of my past. So for that, I do thank my twin, because this has been the most painful experience in my life. And the only reason I've said that before, but the reason I say that is because it is a combination of everything rolled into one. That is why. It is all the relationships in my life in this one twin flame. And that's a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Like, that's a lot. But that's what a twin flame journey, in my experience, does. It awakens you. It makes you go through all this. And if you choose to, you do the healing. I believe on a personal level, the reason why I was getting intuitively upset, does that even make sense? Ugh, I'm sorry if it doesn't, is because I felt that I was doing all the healing work, and my twin was just living their life, not doing any healing work. I'm so sorry if that sounds really shitty for me to say. That's just how I felt. And I felt like I had all this burden on my shoulders. Like, yo, why are you not doing the work, yo? That's how I felt. Because I am very ambitious person. I might not be as vocal about it, but I am very ambitious. And unfortunately, in my surroundings, I have had to learn that I can't listen to other people when I want to reach a goal, make something happen, especially if they're being, negative about it. It is not in my vibration, so I have to focus on me. And that has been the biggest lesson. Back to that. It's about focusing on myself. And one of the biggest, another lesson that I've been learning about is intuition against fear. When knowing it's intuition and when knowing it is fear. So that's why I'm recording this, because it's my intuition telling me, hey, talk about it. It's okay. You're safe. I'm like, thanks. you know, because even if this is just for me, really, that's all that matters. And I've realized that I have my own inklings of intuition about this twin flame journey on the other end of it, that it really has been a self-love journey all along. And when I saw that certain patterns play out, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that what the other twin is going through if you're not listening to yourself and what you have to do. At least for me, I realized that I put all my attention on another person. And I can't do that anymore. And I haven't. And I have to, but it's hard because I love so hard. But this is the hardest lesson. Today's card of the day, I looked at the bottom of one of my decks, is Judgment, which I forgot to say at the beginning, or maybe I did. I have no clue. I don't remember. But I also realized that this whole time, what really is for me? And for the longest, I go, man, is this just a lesson and it's never gonna bear fruit? I can't look at it that way, because there has been fruit. There has been a harvest, even if it's a tiny one. Right now, how I feel. The mere fact that I'm here talking about this without bawling in tears is the fruit. It's the knowledge, the wisdom to keep going despite being destroyed emotionally. And I'm not saying it was done purposely or anything. I'm not going to talk about the other person. I'm not trying to anyway. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to be as balanced. Microphone. Because in the end of the day, what's going to help me is to heal me. My temperance is paying off. I know it. I know it. And that's what my year card is. And I'm going to be feeling it. I've been wondering about that devil year card next year, though. I'm like, oh, please. No more devil. Devil. I really do feel that everything does happen in divine timing, because I had a lot to learn. I don't want to make this too long. It's already like over it's over 20 minutes. There's just so much I wanted to say, but I just wanted to kind of get back into it, because I know that I haven't really posted anything in regards to my personal journey of what I'm willing to share, of course, because that is my choice of what I am willing to share. My crown chakra is open. I can feel, wait, my crown and my third eye. My third eye is like, blink, blink, I can see. And I'm like, you always see, bitch. I've been more in tune with my spiritual nature. It's been very beautiful, very eye-opening. Not to say that I don't cry and feel this twin flame connection because I will say this. I still stand by this. This hasn't changed. Even though I am having issues with the 3D construct of what my twin represents, there's something at their core, and I love them. I know it sounds bizarre. It's like, but how can you love someone if you have not this, that? Fill in the blanks, however way. I just do. It was an activation. And that's why I feel so strongly that this is a twin flame journey. Because with everything I've experienced on a personal level, why the hell would I care about someone like this? Like, why? And I don't mean it to be, I know how that sounded, I'm sorry. Oop. But what I've experienced, what I feel I've experienced, because it's just how I've perceived it and what I've experienced. And I said that a lot. What I've experienced. I'm so freaking silly. Like, why would anyone put up with that shit? No offense, man. It's just that. And that's been part of the hard lesson. How much do you truly love? How unconditional is your love? And even though a love can be unconditional, where do you set the boundaries? It's very important. I didn't know. I didn't know I wasn't setting boundaries. And damn, do I love deeply. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else to say? I talked about that already. Yeah, I think I'm good. What I do know is that I've learned that right now, the most important thing for me is to continue my healing journey. And maybe in part of that healing journey, I can have the company of another that will listen and share their own experiences. Because on this spiritual journey, I want to talk about it with someone. I want to feel that connection. I want to elevate. I don't want to stay stagnant in the 3D construct. That's boring to me. I know that I've never really been a person that's so into I just want to learn and grow together. And there are many ways of doing that, yes. But I want to talk about it with someone. I want to be able to have equal footing, feel that presence in more than just a 5D construct. And I've had to put boundaries there too. But I'm not going to get into that in this one. That's a little bit more complicated. Because the energy, I'm so aware of my chakras. I'm aware when they're overactive, underactive. I've learned and grown. Honestly, I'll tell you guys this. It has nothing to do with the twin flame journey, but I will say I've always wanted a spiritual partner. Oh my God. Like, I've always wanted to have that person I can talk to about these things and philosophize, about the world, about our universe, the cosmos. And Yes, of course, because I've never felt of this world. I do feel I'm a starseed. I really do. I don't feel of this world. And that's okay. I know that I'm here with a mission to elevate the planet, and that's why I need to heal. Because each one of us light workers that have chosen the mission to elevate the planet is to really bring it into a beautiful balance, to heal the world. And I find that so fucking beautiful. And you see what I mean about my ambitious goals. That's pretty ambitious if you ask me. I know how that sounds like. Not everyone wants to do that shit. It's not shit to me, but I want a spiritual partner that is open and trusts themselves and knows that there is so much more and acts on it, despite the fear. Because that's what life is. This earth school, if you will. I feel that I'm going to be posting a lot during this Virgo season. It's my 12th house. I know I said that already, and I don't have any prominent placements in Virgo. I do have my Ceres, and I have tons of asteroids there. Very powerful ones, I will like to say. I know the Hecate's there. Hera is there. Medusa is there. I love it. I've been doing a lot of deity work as well. It's been a very beautiful, enlightening time in that respect. I feel very divine. I feel very divinely protected too, even though I've been hurt. I know I had so much more to say, but I can do it another one. I'll continue my journey. I'll continue talking about it. I'll continue expressing myself, my true, authentic self. And hopefully I can heal enough to get to the next step of my twin flame journey. I do hope I can talk to someone in regards to that journey or get the information I need. But yeah. Cool thing. Excuse me. Yeah. Kundalini psychosis was a thing, all right. Yeah, no more. Imagine. The psychosis I went through was how I was abandoning myself. It was reflecting back to me. I can't do that. I can't do that again. I can't do that. My self-concept, I'm working on that too, you know? It's like I'm divine. I am worth everything. I'm so valuable, you know? So the feelings I had where I'm like, man, was I just used for this or that? It didn't mean anything on the other end of it all. I can't let that get to me. Truth or not, I need to keep going for me and never to abandon myself again. And from there, hopefully I can heal to open my heart to others, whatever that might be. All right. I know that I want to, oh, right, the cool thing. Did I not talk about the cool thing? No, yeah, I was channeling last night before bed, and it was so cool how I kept on going back and forth. It's like I kept on getting, like the universe was speaking to me through astrological aspects, and I'm going back and forth with the dates, and I was like doing predictive astrology. I won't share the dates here because they're personal, but it was pretty cool. I'm like, damn, did I unlock a new superpower? I am so boss. But yeah, regulating my emotions in my environment through the chaos. There's a lot more, but I'll leave it for another time. I talked too much already. All right. Thank you for listening, sending so much love and healing and growth. You've got this, and on to the next update. Take care, fam. Bye bye.